Okay, unless you've been living under a rock, you know hackers are everywhere. But there is one place you might not realize is vulnerable: USB charging stations. It's something that's called juice jacking. And here with what we need to know is Jacob Lott with Computer Doctors. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so who knew that basically just using this type of plug could put your personal information at risk? How's this work?
Essentially, when you're plugging into one of these charging stations, you're plugging into a mini computer.
Okay.
So it's taking which should be just an electrical plug and just giving you power and putting little pieces of data on your machine the same way as if you plug your phone into your own computer.
You know, when you plug in, it'll say, do you want to give this device access to your phone? And you either say yes or no if it's a computer that you know, but you don't get that option if you're just using a little USB charging port, right, on the fly? It
depends. So a lot of people will set to automatically connect because they're used to it, and because of that, it will automatically connect in and work that way.
And what sort of information would be vulnerable? Everything on your phone?
What they do is they input a little tiny program on your phone that takes your information and then sends it to them. So if you change your passwords or anything else, it will send them updates on it.
So it's not that it's taking information off your phone in that moment. They're putting tracking devices, spyware on your phone for later.
Yes.
And then it's compromised.
They will try to do both.
Okay. Is there some other way to protect ourselves?
Just looking for any jack that may have been tampered with, or if it's in a public place, like make sure it looks legitimate and it's not potentially that. The other important thing is not to use the same passwords on one device or one account as you do on another, because they'll steal your password for, let's say, your phone or your email, and then they'll take your email and then they'll see what else you do and then try to steal your credit card or your bank account.
The credit, everything, yeah. Well, if we don't have a special cord or a battery pack, how could we tell which outlets are safer? What are some things that we could look for?
There's really no way to tell because they're going to hide it. So the best thing to do is, like you mentioned, use a battery pack where the battery pack isn't susceptible to any hacks because it can't send or receive any information. So you charge your battery pack charges your phone. Okay,
so if you can avoid that direct contact, that makes sense. Is this something that is a big problem? Is this a new way for hackers to get our information? Because I think it is new to a lot of people, the phrase juice jacking.
It is pretty rare because for someone to do this, they would have to actually be able to go to an outlet and be able to take it apart, put something in there.
With no one noticing.
Exactly. So just making sure you go to a reputable place, check the reviews, see if a lot of people have had their credit card stolen after visiting a place like that, because it's more likely to happen from an employee doing it than just some random person trying to sneak in and do it.
And Jacob, you told me that most often people are careful and they put that antivirus, anti-spyware software on their computers, not realizing and not thinking of their smartphones as the little computers that they are. And you're seeing more problems with that, right?
Oh, absolutely. We see people come in and they tell us, oh, my credit card's been hacked, and 4, 5, 6 times, and we've checked all their computers, and every time I ask them, is it your phone? And we'll hear, oh, well, I've been told my phone can't get a virus. And it's, yes, your phone can. It's just essentially a mini computer.
That's something good to keep in mind. Thank you so much for coming in. Watch out, juice jacking. Who knew?